Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital News YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. Joss and Trina finish up some height training in the domain. Trina says her heart is about to burst out of her casket, so she's glad she's with a croaker. Toby. Joss admits she's not sure she's going to come a croaker. Presently, Anne is allowing about switching her major. Trina asks what brought this on. Joss says Adam's problems gave her a regard into her future and how exhausting it'll be. Trina knows how hard getting a croaker is because of her mama, but she always said it was worth it. Joss has to figure out what she wants to major in, and Trina gets it. Trina also has to figure out what she's going to do about academy, which is why she's shocked because Joss was always so on track. She asks what changed. Suddenly, Dex jogs by with the rest of the PCP recruits. Trina realizes this has commodity to do with Dex. Joss recalls when Dex got hurt by the hook, and she had to sew him up, which made her realize she wanted to help people. Trina thinks by people Joss means Dex. Joss insists she wasn't getting into drug for Dex, and she's not getting out of it because of him. She feels she shouldn't take a spot in medical academy from someone who really wants to be there, so she should figure out what she wants to do that could bring good into the world. Trina says she'll be by her side, helping her figure effects out, but she knows Joss is still in love with Dex. Trina asks why she can't admit it. Dex heads to the PCPD locker room to change after a shower. He puts on a novitiate livery and looks at himself in the mirror. At Alex's place, she shows Christina and Sam the suits she's considering for her Hale to get their opinions. Suddenly, the baby kicks Christina. She's happy to partake this moment with them, as this is the most profound experience of her life. She knows they both know how she feels. Sam has to go and says her farewells. Alexis asks Christina how she's really doing. Christina is well but is upset about TJ and Molly. Christina complains that TJ is on her about her sleep, her eating, and who she sees. She also feels there's pressure between him and Molly. Alexis says a life-changing event similar as a baby is bound to beget stress, but Christina still feels they're micromanaging her. Christina also feels like TJ and Molly see this baby as just another thing to check off of their list of effects to do, and are fastening on the wrong effects and not falling in love with this baby as much as she is. Alexis asks Christina to be honest, and if she's starting to suppose of this baby as further hers than her sister's. Nina and Drew arrive in a parking lot for the interview with Congressman McConkey. She wants to make sure he's down. This is passing due to her family's particular connection, and she doesn't want him to squinch it up. Drew and Nina head into the congressman's office. Nina is glad to see him. He notes he's trusting Nina with his statement, but asks who the suit is. Nina introduces Drew as the head of Sunup. Nina explains Drew expressed an interest in coming on, but the congressman says he needs to make a separate appointment like everyone differently. Drew blurts out that he has a design to talk to him about, but the Sullen doesn't hand out favors to Potts. Drew explains this is for the people of Port Charles. Drew explains that the jetties have been underutilized for times. He and Jordan are working to revitalize two piers to bedeck Port Charles and produce further public space. The congressman says it sounds good, but he can't help him. The congressman explains he has stage 4 lung cancer. He's going to finish out his term, but also step down to be with his family. Nina expresses how sorry she is, and how precious he has been to Port Charles. The congressman wants Nina to release his statement about his plans. Drew suggests his term isn't over, and this renewed shorefront could be his heritage design. The Sullen is intrigued, and Drew says it could be his farewell piece of legislation, and who would bounce against it given his diagnosis. Nina apologizes for Drew's lack of tactfulness, but the Sullen isn't disrespected. The congressman believes in public systems, but won't be around to see how Drew really uses this plutocrat, and asks Nina if he can trust Drew not to turn this into a real. Drew is a decorated stager, devoted to Port Charles, and he can be tough but fair. The congressman says he'll need to see some numbers and specs. but he'll do his stylish to put this through the house. They shake hands. Sonny stops by Dante's with a gift for him. He hands him a bag, and outside is a new brace of boxing gloves, as he noticed the other day that his old gloves are looking a bit rough. Dante thanks him, and Sonny says it's the least he can do as he's the only family member he can trust. Danny says he has lots of people on his side. Sonny says Diane represents Jason, and Nina inked the divorce papers, and she's eventually out of his life. He rants about all the people he doesn't trust and how Carly hurts the most. Carly told him the other day to get out of her life after she took Jason's offer to buy back the hostel. He can't stay out of Carly's life as they've kiddies and grandkids, and he won't let her cut him out. Sonny says he's glad Dante has his reverse, as he'll always have his. Danny asks if commodity is going on. Sonny is concerned about Dex joining the PCP. Sonny says Dante would be wise to avoid Dex, who can't be trusted. He advises his son not to get in a situation where Dex has to cover for him because he won't. Danny says that won't be. Sonny knows his son is smart and heads out, leaving Dante puzzled. Carly stops by Sonny's place to see him. Ala explains he's out, so Carly barges in and says she'll stay until he returns. Ava tells Carly this is Sonny's house, so she can't come by then and order her around, as she's Sonny's guest. Carly says she'll speak to her partner and the father of her children whenever she wants. Ava says she can leave a communication for Sonny, but will presumably be staying a while for Sonny to call her back. Carly thinks Ava sounds protective, and Ava counters that Carly sounds desperate. Sonny arrives and asks Carly why she's then and where Donna is. Carly wants to talk to Sonny alone, as she's not agitating Donna in front of Ava. Ava leaves to make a call, and Carly explains Donna isn't coming then presently. She says it's not good for Donna to be then with him. He yells that he won't be cut out of Donna's life, and he threatens to take her to court. She tells him to go for it as Donna doesn't earn to be around his position of hate and anger. Sonny asks why she's turning his family against him, and if it's because of Jason. Carly says he's making no sense. He's living in an alternate macrocosm. Carly has a consummation and rushes into his restroom to search for his capsules. He follows and asks what she's doing. She's making sure he's taken his meds. Carly pleads with him that he's not okay, and she's not judging him, but she needs to know if he's taking his meds. Ava comes out after hearing the screaming. Sonny says he wouldn't risk everything by not taking his meds and asks, "Do you suppose that little of me?" She wants him to have his blood position checked, and maybe he needs his lozenge acclimated. He tells her he doesn't need his lozenge acclimated and throws her out. Sonny tells Ava that there's nothing wrong with him. Ava agrees and says Carly is being unreasonable. Sonny harangues, Carly can go to hell. He walks into his room, and Ava looks at the bottle of his capsules. Sam arrives home and finds Dante having a beer on the sun deck. She sees the gift Sonny gave him. She can tell commodity is going on, and Dante feels like he may have crossed a line with Sonny. He tells her that Sonny advised him to stay down from Dex, and worries he'll ask him to intrude with examinations next. Dante admits when he set up out about Dex joining the academe, his first study was how this could hurt his father, and that his father could be shamefaced of commodity. Sam knows he has no way compromised himself for Sonny. Dante allowed. He could be a good son and a good Bobby. But he hasn't been a good Bobby. They both know what Sonny does, and it's his job to stop that. Sam says he's a good Bobby, and to give himself a break. Danny says the reality is he's gone easy on his father, and that's a conflict of interest. However, also he has no business being a Bobby, if he won't apply the law. On the coming General Hospital, Sonny spends time with Natalia in the domain. Christina asks Molly if she thinks Sonny's a trouble to this child. Alexis tells Diane, "When this explodes, it'll shred my entire family." Ava says, "It's stunning how entitled she is." Anna tells Bennett not to trust them to anyone anticipate her. Sam cries to Dante, "I wouldn't pretend to be anything but thankful." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.